Hello, everybody, and welcome to the afternoon tune. I'm your host, Josh, and today, well, who is this? I got him back. Good old Dust there. How's it going there, Dusk?
Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you, Dust. There, been a minute,
Yes, sir.
man. Holidays and everything like that. How was your
Yeah.
holiday? How was your
It was
Thanksgiving break?
good. It was good. It was nice to get a little break, a little rejuvenation.
Rejuvenated. Who doesn't love that feeling there?
Yes, sir.
Going to the mountains, getting the fresh air, uh,
Absolutely.
doing some hiking. Well, I mean, you're a robot, so you're probably good. You didn't get too tired there.
No, it's pretty easy.
Pretty easy there. So it's good to have you back, man. There was a
Thank you.
blitz that went on during Thanksgiving. Saw a lot of movies there. Reviewed them.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, reviewed a bunch of them there. So I was able to do that. So caught up on those movies like Knives Out, which is on Netflix right now. That
Mhm.
movie there. Did you are you gonna check it out on Netflix, or are you gonna go? Did you go to the theater to go see it?
I'll check it on Netflix.
Okay, got it on Netflix there. And there's some big news that
Mm.
happened there. I mean, speaking about Netflix, that whole merger that's
Oh
maybe
yeah.
happening. So
We'll
there's that
see. It has been announced, but also Paramount wants to do a hostile
takeover.
impression. Yeah,
Yeah.
takeover. So it's not completely a done deal. Also, there's other um there's other aspects to it as well that may or may not pass. But I mean, if they let the Activision Blizzard merger go, I don't know if they're gonna stop this.
Yeah. So we'll see. WGA, they're trying to come in, trying to stop
Oh
it.
yeah, because if this passes, this is the a fundamental change of how movies are made. Fox is gone. That was a big deal. And then if WB is gone,
Mm,
there were five big companies, and now it'll be down to basically three. And WB is one of the biggest distributors of Blu-rays and DVDs and other forms. Uh, WB's gone. Basically, movie theaters as a whole are dead.
mm, yeah. And people talk about that, man. The whole theater experience. We mentioned that.
Mhm.
The theater experience has its ups, has its downs, but overall,
Yeah.
I like going to the movie theater there. I like the experience, seeing something on the big screen there.
Mhm.
I do like that experience there. So we'll see though. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that news, we talked a lot about that stuff. Also this week there were a lot of trailers that dropped. Supergirl, there was a trailer for that. At the Game Awards, there was a Street Fighter, just a little bit of a teaser, only like a minute long, basically, like
Yeah.
50 seconds. Um, I'll talk about mainly all that stuff with Sage from Rated M for Maturity. He's going to be joining me Monday. We're going to be doing a review for Jujutsu Kaisen Execution.
Mm.
Give a recap of the Game Awards, the winners, the losers there, all the big announcements there. Some really big trailers popped off there. Any trailers that you liked at the Game Awards?
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't too invested in the Game Awards this
Mm,
year.
okay. Didn't see it live. Didn't
Nah,
catch
I
any of
heard
the
about it.
highlights.
Yeah, I mean, after it was done, I was working on something else, and then I had a buddy of mine tell me the highlights,
Okay,
and then
I
I just
see.
went, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. The big things were, it seems like Star Wars. There was that. There was
Yeah,
Fate
the
of
pod
the of
racer thing.
Pod Racer there. A lot of the stuff already had pretty much leaked already because
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of them were like, "Oh, the worst kept secret." Oh, Leon's in Resident Evil 9. Yeah, of course
yeah,
he is.
yeah, like that had already been kind of rumored
Yeah.
already. Control 2, that was cool to see. That
I'm
was
like, "Okay,
awesome there.
alright, alright."
Resonant. So even that was also like pretty much the rumor was that
Yeah.
that was going to be out there. But that's pretty, and then they did Street Fighter, they did that. But
Mhm.
any game that wasn't like a already game that was announced that maybe you heard about that caught your attention,
I
you're like, oh,
I honestly haven't checked it out, so I'm sorry to say.
okay, gotcha there.
I've just checked out the highlights. I might browse through it and check out all the games to see if there's anything else, but I've only heard the highlights so far.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that was pretty much the highlights there I mentioned, and then that was all the big ones, but we'll go over a lot of trailers. Sage is usually really good
Mm,
at picking out some good video games there, not just the big ones, but also some little hidden gems there that are fun to
ooh.
talk about and discuss there. Also for some reason, a lot of people said that Jeff Keighley wanted to fuck Miss Piggy for some reason. I didn't I missed that. I was catching a little bit of the live stream, but I had to go see a movie, so I ducked out of it.
Oh,
But yeah,
I'm sure it'll be there for all time. There'll be clips.
yeah, so that was a big thing. Apparently, yeah, people say he was getting really flirty with Miss Piggy there. So there was that.
He's the
Um,
guy.
yeah, man, he got, I guess, a new love. I guess he said, "Forget Hideo Kojima, man, and Miss Piggy is what I'm all about."
Mm.
So there you go. So yeah, so we're gonna discuss all those trailers. Supergirl trailer we're gonna discuss Monday. All those big trailers that have dropped this week. Did you see the Supergirl trailer? If you, I don't know if you want to give your thoughts on that.
Uh, I had not.
Okay. Interesting there. Yeah, that's a teaser there as well. It's like I think about 2 minutes or so long, which is good. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. Have you read the comic Woman of Tomorrow?
Unfortunately,
Oh, okay. Unfortunately,
I
really, I hear great things about the comic. I hear the
Tom
fans.
King's run on it. I don't like what he did with Supergirl. I don't like his run on it.
Oh,
So when
okay.
the fact that James Gunn's like, that's the version I'm going to pick for our Supergirl, and I just went, great, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Okay. I guess that's yeah, because I mostly have heard really positive things about Woman of Tomorrow there. Oh, sorry about that.
Hmm.
Message there.
That's fine.
But yeah. So I've heard really super
In
positive things about
the
it.
Tom King has a lot of he was fine at first, but he and his future presses basically Woman of Tomorrow's Tom King's run on it is very Superwoman. Basically, they make Supergirl a hot mess. She's
Yeah.
they make her just a hot effing mess who just is drinking and fighting and punching and murdering and is basically lost. And that's most of his run. And it's just, I'm sorry, that's more of a postmodern look at what Supergirl is. And it's, again, it's not that she's not a warrior or not a fighter. She is, but I
I
just
love the
didn't
art.
like Tom King's. I mean, the art's fine. I just did not like the way he treated Supergirl.
Mm, okay.
And that was like the last thing I would have wanted for a new Supergirl iteration, and just to make like, oh, so she's just going to be a drunken mess. And we got weak Superman and drunken mess Supergirl. Fantastic. Of course, James Gunn will want that because
Mm,
he's a hot mess himself.
oh. Looks a little bit better now. James Gunn there. But hopefully we'll see with the whole merger if they're going to
Yeah.
continue this.
If it's merger, he's out.
You think so?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Mm,
I if the merger goes through, I doubt he's gonna stay.
mm, okay. Yeah, it's rumors like, what are you going to do with all these big properties, the DC stuff? Are you going to sell that off maybe? Or
Honestly, just chuck it.
yeah, are you going to chuck it? Yeah, and then it goes, I don't know, Disney, Disney will grab it. And
Yeah,
then
sure.
they all,
You know what? You know what? That man, that'd be so sad. That'd be so sad because Marvel sucks right now. So
uh,
I just honestly, at this point, you had your chance. You had your chance to make a really good DC cinematic universe. You have DC had 100 years, almost 100 years of history. You could have just made a good best of the best list. One of Supergirl's best moments is actually in the original Infinite Crisis or Crisis on Earth. It's one of her best roles. She actually she dies and she sacrifices herself, and it's a great character moment. And she was gone for the comics for quite a while after that. But around like the Tom King era is when they had a thing in a while where they really wanted Superman to be the last Krypton, and so in the comics in a bit and even the animated series they tried to make her yeah, Crisis of Infinite Earths. That's like probably one of the more famous moments with Supergirl. They have a they have a lot of moments where they tried to make Kara basically not Kryptonian because they wanted him to be the last Kryptonian. Even in the animated series, Supergirl wasn't technically Kryptonian. She was like a different alien species that shared similarity. Like there's a lot. Eventually they were just like, "Oh, screw it. Okay, she's Kryptonian again."
Hmm.
So
And
they've gone back and forth kind of with Kara, but her role and difference with Clark is that Clark is very much an optimist. He sees the beauty in everything and everyone. He's a good-natured person. Kara's not a bad person, but she is very much a I miss home because I got to see Krypton in its glory days, and uh, she very much a warrior cast, and she was meant to protect Clark, but she arrives basically when he's all grown up, so she feels purposeless.
they do a little bit of you see the trail. I don't know if this is
I
probably
know,
spoilers.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll do some of that because that's in the Tom King as well. He adapted that
Yeah.
aspect of it. Um,
Is the whole like her saying, Clark sees the good in people or Kala, and then I see the truth there. Is that from the comic?
that's very similar. Yeah,
Okay.
he's pretty much page for page doing the Tom King thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I know that yeah, that's a
yeah,
big inspiration there. Uh
basically beat for beat, pretty much.
yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how that comes out there. So discuss that. Wednesday, I'll be joined by Neil. Neil is going to be joining me. Which other holiday movie we should be
Mhm.
reviewing there? It's A Wonderful Life. It's winning right now on the poll. People can vote on the
Nice.
poll. Twitter.com. The afternoon tune. I have not seen that one before, so it'll be
Oh,
interesting
it's
to check
gonna
that
you're
out.
gonna love it. It's a great movie.
Then also probably I'll see if we'll do a review for Kill Bill,
Mm,
since that is out right now in theaters, the whole bloody affair. I'm not gonna go to the theater to see a 4 hour something combined thing. I'm not gonna go do that. And then they dropped the whole because it's also with an added 8 minutes of extra footage. They had the Fortnite thing in there. I already saw that online, so there's really no point for me to go see it in theaters. So yeah, so probably maybe we'll do a review of that possibly. Does Christmas happen at any point in Kill Bill? I can't remember. I feel like
mm.
it does, right? I can't remember.
What? Which part?
Does Christmas happen in Kill Bill?
No.
Okay. Hmm. Doesn't when she goes to Bill's house, doesn't he have I don't know, maybe I'm having a Mandela
Oh,
effect
maybe.
here.
Okay, maybe it does. Like at the very end with the maybe
Yeah.
maybe I don't know.
Like I don't know. I wanna,
That has so little to do with the very end of the movie.
yeah, yeah. It's not like she dresses up as Santa Claus,
No.
infiltrates Bill's place or something. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so we might do something like that. Yeah, we might review it. I haven't seen that movie in a while. I haven't seen the movie in a minute. When's the last time you saw Kill Bill? Both parts.
I've seen both, yeah.
Yeah, when's the last time you seen them?
Oh god. Almost 10 years ago, maybe?
10 years ago. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe that's about as long as I've seen them. Yeah, so it's been a minute there. And then Quentin Tarantino, he was saying we talked about him saying all that crazy shit that he was saying about Paul Dano and Owen Wilson and Matthew Lillard. For some reason, he was on one, I guess, and he was
Like,
like, "Man, fuck those guys." He was doing his best 20 best films of 21st century, and then he was like, "Man, I love There Will Be Blood, but that fucking Paul Dano just drags it down." So that was just
dang.
crazy. But yeah, and then he said the same thing about Owen Wilson. He's like, "Man, I love Midnight in Paris. That's a great movie, but fucking Owen Wilson messes that whole movie up, man. I loved that movie even more if it wasn't for Owen Wilson in it."
Mhm.
And then with Matthew Lillard, I don't know what. I think he just threw in Matthew Lillard because he said, "I don't like Matthew Lillard," but I
Maybe,
don't
yeah,
even.
I believe him. He'd be like, "I just don't like this guy." Okay.
Yeah. So that was just very strange. And people came to Paul Dano's defense, man. People were like, man, Paul Dano's awesome. He's a fantastic actor. People love him. Things like and people say he's one of the I mean, he held his own against probably considered one of the greatest actors ever, Daniel Day-Lewis. I mean, he held his own in
Mm.
that movie. So yeah, that's pretty crazy there. Do you love Quentin Tarantino as a director? Do you like all
I
his
like a lot of his work, and there's some stuff that I'm not the biggest fan of. But I can always tell no matter what he does, he puts a lot of passion into it.
mm, what's your favorite Tarantino film?
Oh man, I really like Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs? Okay. Me and Sage were talking about that. We were
Mm.
saying, is that the only movie he doesn't really emphasize feet in that movie? I want to say.
Yes,
Okay, I was gonna say I was trying to think of all the other movies. Like there's always a foot shot, but I
there's
don't
always
think
a foot fetish moment, and if it's Uma Thurman in it, he
yeah.
lock and step with that foot.
um yeah, so I think Reservoir Dogs might be the only movie where he doesn't do that in. Maybe I'm mistaken. I can't remember him doing it in The Hateful Eight. I can't remember that either.
No.
Mm, yeah. Well, there's only one woman in that movie.
Yeah,
Maybe
there's
he's
only
like,
one woman in it.
maybe he's like, well, I don't want to see her feet. I don't want to
Mm.
really see her feet. But with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he loved showing off Margot Robbie feet. He was like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
man, you know.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was downright exploitive at certain points. Like, "Look, alright, just get it out of the way. Let's go."
it's like I guess it's like with Sam Levinson when he does with Sydney Sweeney in Euphoria. Like she always topless. Is like, oh, I
Yeah.
gotta take her top off. Like even when this shit don't even make no sense. Like, oh, she got to get naked. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
like,
I don't
"Okay."
really think. I don't really think the scene calls for this. Sam was like, who cares? I mean, it's art. Like, who cares, man? I mean, fuck. Come on, are you gonna fucking control me here? Come on. Yeah. So maybe it's something like that. So I guess.
Maybe.
Uh, yeah. But I think my favorite Tarantino movie probably is like I fluctuate between Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction, fluctuate
Mm.
between those two.
Jackie
Um,
Brown is very underrated.
yeah, I love Jackie Brown. So, did you see Quentin Tarantino's list of like top movies of the 21st century there?
I think I did, and I've forgotten it.
Yeah. I mean, most of these movies are like, okay, you can see it. And then, of course, Tarantino, he has to throw his Tarantino shit in there. Like, what the fuck? And
Yeah, I'm like,
he's
I
he's
don't
got like Cabin Fever on there. I can
like,
only assume.
it's, like, pretty good, but, like, best of the 21st century, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, like he's got Jackass the movie on there.
Yeah, I was just like, that's a very Tarantino thing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, sure, why not, man? But yeah. Did you ever do a list for the channel for your favorite movies, 20 movies, maybe? Best movies of the 21st century?
N I don't know if I ever did.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do. There's a
Yeah.
lot of great movies.
And the 21st century not even halfway there yet to being
Yeah.
done, really. I still got a lot more time left in
Yeah, we do.
and we're not even gonna make it to the end of the 21st century.
No,
So
we aren't.
but hey, but I don't know, man. You may
Hey,
survive.
maybe
You
with
may
super technology, who knows?
Yeah, like maybe it'll be like Peter Thiel, like end up like Raiden from Metal Gear Solid, like be a transhumanist, get cyborg
Oh
parts,
god.
Ghost in the Shell, getting installed in a new body or some shit like that. Be put in an
Maybe.
Asian woman, I don't know.
That only
Uh,
works in anime.
oh yeah, it'll come to life, man. That's what it
Mm.
is. You already got the Tesla robots.
Oh
Now
god.
it'll be like billionaires putting their brains in the Tesla robots so they can live
Oh,
long.
I have no doubt that they'll try that, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the future, man. Future is there.
Future's
Uh,
bright.
so yeah, maybe do that Wednesday. Then Friday, hopefully Dusty, you'll join me again next Friday,
Mhm.
man. The big movie out next Friday is gonna be Avatar. Avatar, Fire and Ash. Man, that's gonna be a long one. That's gonna be a long
Avatar,
movie.
Fire and Ass, yep.
You said Fire and Ass or Fire
Yes.
and Ash? Oh,
Fire that was the joke we made before.
yeah, Fire and Ass. Yeah. So I mean, didn't you like I thought you liked the last one.
I mean, I thought it was like, visually, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's about all it had going for it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll love this one more. I don't know.
Sure, maybe.
Are you gonna see
Hope
it in
springs eternal.
3D or are you gonna
I
see it
mean,
in?
if I'm gonna see this, I'm gonna go all out.
Yeah. I mean, hey man, you're gonna miss Avatar when they start putting movies out in theaters for 2 weeks, and you'd be like, oh man, I miss movies like Avatar when they used to be in theaters all the time, and I get to see things on the big screen. You're gonna appreciate this when it's gone, man. You're hating on it now, but when Netflix buys Warner Brothers and
Yeah.
they just limit all these movies, you're gonna be like, man, I wish we had another Avatar.
I'm gonna be honest. No, I'll be okay.
you,
I'll
you
be
won't
like,
miss.
yeah, it's fine.
Oh man. But yeah, so Fire and Ass is coming out next week. That's the big movie.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go see Silent Hill. I mean not Silent Hill, Silent Night, Deadly Night, I think it's called that movie, the horror action movie with Santa Claus or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'll go see that this weekend. Also, I'll go see The Housemaid. I don't think I'll see that in time for the review. I'll see that probably like Saturday or something, like next
Mm.
Saturday. That's the movie with Sydney Sweeney in it and Amanda Seyfried. Um, that shit's gonna bomb. It's gonna get
Oh,
crushed
yeah.
by Avatar. But I don't know. Maybe me and Neil were talking about maybe it can be good counter programming. I don't know. Maybe all the people like I don't know if you go with your girlfriend, maybe she's like, okay, you enjoyed the tall blue aliens. I'll go see this movie with Amanda Seyfried in it. All the women will be out housemaids. So I don't know, maybe something like
Maybe,
that.
who knows? Hope springs eternal.
Yeah, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, those movies, Housemaid, Avatar, and Silent Night, Deadly Night will be movies we'll do Friday. That'll be it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then obviously after that, it's the holidays, it's Christmas time. A bunch of stuff is dropping there, like No Other Choice and Marty Supreme and all these other awards movies getting out before the year ends. Have you already started writing up a best of any
I'm
movies?
trying at this point.
Okay. Have you seen a lot of movies this year? You think not enough? You think?
I've seen enough of the better ones. This year I haven't seen as many as probably in previous years.
Mm. Oh man. Yeah, I'm trying to type it up now, trying to write it. Trying to do that. I think I'm good. I got some more movies to see. I hear Marty Supreme is really good. That's on a lot
Mm,
of people's best ofs. I hear No Other Choice. I'm psyched to see that movie. That's the new Park Chan Wook movie.
mm.
I'm really super excited to see that one. I hear that's pretty amazing. That's not coming out. Well, in US, it's not coming out till December, yeah, Christmas time, but it's already been out for people, festivals and everything like that. You can even see like a HD quality copy of it online already. But I'm gonna respect No Other Choice. I'm gonna see it in the cinema, in the theater, man. I'm gonna respect that. And it seems like Mario Supreme, like we talked about it when we reviewed Smash Machine. It seems like okay, who brother is gonna be the best? It seems like okay, Josh Saft seems to win out. Like he's the better brother, it looks
Yeah, I
like.
guess so.
He's the better brother. He's got all the talent, it seems like. So yeah, check that out. So yeah, that's the future reviews, man. Future stuff there. That's what we got coming up. And Nick should be back. He said January he should be back. He should be returning there from the ocean.
Yep.
Aquaman there. And he should be returning pretty soon. So in January there. I think a fun movie to discuss in January would be that movie Primate. That's that horror movie. Have you seen the trailer
Oh,
for that?
no, I haven't seen the trailer for that. I've been
Oh, it's
really bad. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, no, it's no worries. I mean, it's funny. It's a funny trailer. It's yeah, it's just like this primate, and it's like this movie where this just primate is hunting down these teenagers in their own house, and that's it.
Oh,
Like that's
okay.
great. It looks funny. That's pretty funny.
So it's
Uh,
like a less conventional version of the B movie, Shaka.
oh, I've never seen Shaka. Yeah, what is
Oh,
that?
oh my god, it's a B movie. They have a baboon going around, and they're playing D&D in this like camp in the like campus at night, and this experimental baboon is going around and killing everybody because it's got rabies and stuff. And
Hmm.
yeah, that
Okay,
came out in like that was the 90s and 80s.
maybe that'd be good to do a retro review for before this movie. Yeah. So it's just this this is killer
Yeah, I mean,
primate.
yeah, I mean, I'd be just as kind of terrified.
Yeah. Yeah, I do not wanna get into a fight with a chimp. Chimps are pretty scary, and when they
Oh, yeah,
babies,
they'll
they
tear your face off.
yeah, nuts and face.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And yeah, for some reason, they always go for the nuts and the face.
and it's your weakness.
But yeah, but when they're cute, when they're babies, they're pretty cute when they're babies. That's
Sure.
fine. But when they start getting all grown, I'm like, "Oh, no, no, thanks." But yeah, that's pretty fucking scary, a grown ass chimp there.
Hmm.
Just tons of stories, people the faces just get ripped off.
Oh yeah,
Uh yeah, and then, like, I think that was, like, what Oprah interviewed somebody like that,
yeah.
with their whole face, yeah, and it was just yeah, it was terrible. Um, but, yeah, so that's coming out in January, so something to look forward to there. Alright, let's get into these reviews, and we'll go ahead afterwards, we'll go ahead and rate somebody as always, as we do. Some good people
Hmm.
on right now. Who's on? Geekdom is on, he's playing Where the Winds Meet there.
Mm.
Let's see, Mini Portable's on right now. Some good people on there. I've been playing some games myself. I've been playing that Dispatch. I played that.
Oh, I heard good things about it.
Yeah, I really like it. I liked it quite a bit. It's like watching like an Amazon superhero show a little bit.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I've heard it's better.
yeah, I guess you could say it. Maybe some aspects there. It's like kind of like the people compare to like Office mixed with Invincible.
Yeah, I could see that, except less horribly violent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's get some violence in there. You
Yeah,
get
I mean,
some.
yeah, you know.
Are you gonna think about picking it up or?
Yeah, I think I probably will.
Okay. So I'm already on my second playthrough.
Nice.
Finished one playthrough and I'm on my second one just to see all the different choices and options and everything like that. So some people was like, well, this is kind of bringing back the whole Telltale experience because seems like this kind of dropped off after the whole Walking Dead thing. That that
Yeah.
kind of stuff is kind of the popularity's kind of waned a little bit, really. So
Well, yeah, because the people who the people who originally wrote for it left after season 1.
Mm. Yeah. So I don't know. This could bring back the popularity of games like that, and the animation of it is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good. It does look like if you were just to put the controller down, there would know things like they could like, oh, this is like a show. This is like an animated show there that you would watch, which I like. Mm. So that's pretty good there. And it's funny too. The
Mhm.
writing, I didn't expect the writing to be really this sharp. The writing's really funny as well there, and the voice acting is really good. So, yeah, I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I also just finished. I played Metal Gear Solid 3 for the first time. I played the remake game.
Delta?
I Yeah, I hadn't played that before, so that was fun to play. And Sage, he's a big Metal Gear guy, and yeah, he was helping me through the game, so that was awesome there. But it's a great story, really great story there. And I don't know, Sage was kind of hoping maybe at the Game Awards, maybe we'll see some Metal Gear stuff, maybe like a remake. Since this remake
Mhm.
did well, maybe we'll see a remake of like the first Metal Gear, the second one. Which Metal Gear would you like to see if you want to see a remake of Metal Gear? Another Metal
Honestly,
Gear.
uh, they released a lot of stuff. I think what I'd like to see is the, Metal Gear Solid 4 finally get its way off of the PS3 and onto the PC. That would be nice, although that's a almost impossible task, but that would be nice. I also think the Delta remake still has a lot of issues that they need to still fix. Still have FPS issues, gameplay issues, things that were either removed or not done due to certain minor details, some things that were censored here and there. I think they should still fix those up before they move on to another project. But if they're going to do another Metal Gear, I'd honestly be interested in seeing a Metal Gear 1, original Metal Gear 1 and 2.
Mm,
I'd like to see an OG Metal Gear 1 and 2 be properly be translated.
mm.
That'd be interesting.
Okay, nice. I think Sage also said something similar. He said, "Yeah, he'd probably like to see that." I mean, that would be a complete ground up, pretty much remake, just like Final Fantasy, probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, not that they can't do it.
mm,
It would be a
yeah.
little more it would be a little bit more linear, but it's not that they couldn't do it. Certain levels and aspects of course, would have to be changed because of the limitations of the previous one, but if you could do they showed on PS1 that they could do that style and henceforth can do that style in 3 dimensions. So, it's not too out of the realm to do that.
Mm,
Plus, it gets talked the events of Metal Gear 1 and 2 and the incident on Zanzibar is fairly important for the Metal Gear lore and for, Snake as a whole,
mm, okay,
both him and, Big Boss.
yeah. And he was also talking about maybe like a prequel game they could do or a brand new game. There was rumors that they were going to do a game about Big Boss, or the boss, where they were going to do like where she's in World War II. So they were maybe going to do something like that, possibly that got canned. So maybe a brand new game.
Maybe, I think the most difficult part about it is without Kojima, you kinda lose a lot of the sauce.
You didn't like Metal Gear Rising?
Um, I mean, he also worked on Metal Gear Rising, but that's also non-canon.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
think he did. I don't think he did.
he presented it.
Oh, okay, he like the idea, but other
No, I mean,
people.
he went out in front of everyone and said Metal Gear Revengeance. Like, he went out and presented it on stage and like, "Hey, man, this is what we're working on. This is what I wanna work on," and then things happened, but yeah,
Mm,
I was really intrigued to see it. It had a really interesting concept of, the mechanics at least wise. Story-wise, it's completely non-canon and about Raiden, just going out there and just being a murder hobo.
mm. Okay, I didn't know this game was non-canon. I thought it was. Okay,
No, there's a lot of events that just happen that there's just, like, no way he could have done. They mention, of course, the fact that
damn,
he's, yeah, oh, yeah, it
close cut
goes
shave.
oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's mentioned. His wife and kid are mentioned, but other than that,
Oh,
they oh, yeah, no, they go for it, man. Yeah,
dang.
he goes and he has psychotic breaks, and he calls himself Jack the Ripper, It's a little even more jokey and out there, but more action heavy. It's very non-canon, but that's why they could get away with being just absolutely ridiculous.
Mm, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard this.
it's not a stealth game. It is a
Yeah,
hack and slash game.
it's more equivalent to Bayonetta. It's more,
Basically, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
it's a fun system. It's a really fun hack and slash.
yeah, cutting up people, yeah, like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've heard it's really fun though.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a fun game. It's a fun game. As long as you basically understand that it's basically a whack-a-mole and it's completely nuts and non-canon to anything, it's pretty fun. The game itself is fun, and you get a lot of memes of the nanite sun and a bunch of other crazy crap like that. Platinum also used that engine or worked around that to also make a super underrated game called Vanquish. If you haven't played Vanquish, I highly recommend Vanquish. It's on
I have
PC
not.
now, so you can play the best version of it on PC.
Yeah,
That game, I'm
I'm.
sad that they never got a sequel to.
Yeah. Something Sage was showing me, like there's that little demo in the Metal Gear game. I'd love to see that be made into a good full
Oh
fledged
yeah,
game.
Guy Savage.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah, that was
awesome.
that game. I'd like to see it too. It's a shame when the game came out originally. And by the way, Guy Savage was only able to be seen because you saved into when he's tortured and then you load back in. He has that dream sequence that you get to play that demo. It was only in the original game. It's Guy Savage isn't in Substance and further releases. He was only in that initial original version of Metal Gear Solid 3. And then when Kojima was asked about it, like after the game came out, say, "Hey, people found this thing in there." He just went, "There is."
Mm.
He didn't know about it.
Oh, really? He
Oh
didn't.
yeah, no. The other people, the developers who were working on it, it was going to be a game that Konami was going to work on, and then they scrapped it, and so they just decided to put in a demo in secret into the new Metal Gear game.
Wow. I guess people just found it by just dumb luck, huh? They just
Yeah, by dumb luck, and then it became a thing and repeated process, and it's become kind of one of those things where like, man, I really wish they could have uh, gotten together and finished it. But who knows? Maybe now they might actually do it. I prefer the art style of the original version, but the original PS2 version. But cool concept. I'd love to see it. You actually don't get too many great hack and slash as much as I would like them. Like you don't
yeah.
get too many Devil May Cries or Bayonettas or Revengeances or even Vanquishes.
Was this the original one right here?
Um, yes,
Okay.
that's the original Guy Savage minigame.
Oh, small guy.
Yeah, he's a
Uh,
small guy. That was originally going to be a thing.
mm, yeah.
You could
I
play
see.
for about 5 minutes.
Wow. So yeah, yeah. Hopefully, maybe we get something like that maybe in the future. So
Hmm.
don't know. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you seen Ella McCay and also Hamnet?
We
Or
did, yeah,
okay, you saw everything.
yeah.
Okay. So let's go. I'll do Ella McCay first, and we'll do Hamnet, and then we'll do. And I see you do a review for Five Nights at Freddy's,
Gotcha.
and close out with that one.
Sounds good.
All right. All right. Let me pull up my notes for this. Go ahead and get started. Okay. All right. Okay. Good old Ella McCay here. All right, people. So our first review of the day is going to be for the film Ella McCay. Ella McCay is a movie written and directed by James L. Brooks. People probably know James L. Brooks. He's directed some classic films. He's also been the genius behind a lot of classic things before. He was also one of the kind of minds behind co-creators there of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Taxi, The Simpsons. Also, he had a big part in bringing on air there. He's also directed movies like As Good as It Gets, Terms of Endearment, Broadcast News there. So really, really big time director there, especially from that period there, all the way from the 80s, 90s kind of time there. He has a new movie out right now, as I said, called Ella McCay there. What is this movie about? Well, you have this really young, promising woman there, who played by Emma Mccay there, or McKee, I'm sorry, Emma McKee there. She's one of the Margot Robbie variants that's out there. People might have seen her in other things before. She was in Death of the Nile. She was the one of the other love interests in that movie, and she's a lieutenant governor. And they don't say exactly what state she's the lieutenant governor in, but it's in '08, so it's a movie dated in the past. I don't know, by the looks of things, I don't know, for some reason I was getting like East Coast vibes, like
Yeah.
Maine or maybe Pennsylvania or something like that for some reason.
Yeah.
Uh, but they don't ever say what state, but she's lieutenant governor there. And she's very idealistic. She, has all these big plans. She really wants to help people and be a public servant. And she has a chance to take over being governor when the person that she's the lieutenant governor for accepts a position, part of the Obama administration. So that allows her to come in. But she's got a lot of messy stuff going on with her family, particularly with her dad, who's played by Woody Harrelson in this. She's trying to, like, her dad is trying to make amends with her after all the bad things he's done to the family. You also have things going on with her husband in this as well that are causing a lot of problems. So yeah, she's trying to just juggle all these things. She's trying to juggle this huge job of becoming governor as well as all these kind of different family dynamics going on. So yeah, basically that's the setup you have here for Ella McKay. Dusk, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on the film?
Um, do you remember there was a bunch of movies in the mid 2000s. I think Gary Bruckheimer made them. Like New Year's Eve, Valentine's Day, those romantic comedies, movies that would come out, and they'd
Yeah.
have a star-studded cast, and they would come out, and they'd be mostly miss. There would maybe be like a couple. They're mostly miss stories. They're pretty safe stories, and it basically was like, here's all the star power, and it didn't have like a great story because most of them were just split up between all these different characters, and but it was pretty light on story. But boy, howdy, it tried to make you feel good at least and tried to do all this. That's exactly the same vibe I felt watching this movie, where I'm just watching a bunch of actors trying to kind of make you feel good on a very, very simple plot that, and it's just very gosh golly gee in a lot of
Mm,
things, but also being very cynical but jokey about it.
mm,
It feels very old fashioned, almost very old fashioned movie making in not the best kind of way.
mm. Um, and me bringing up James L. Brooks, his
Mhm.
filmography, I mean, being a director who, kind of rose to prominence, like I said, during the '70s, '80s, '90s,
Legend.
has a kind of brings a lot of that old sensibility
Yeah.
to this movie. And it just, I don't know, maybe it's just the modern times is not, he can't update his kind of settings there. And he's still kind of stuck in that kind of past of things. Cause this kind of feels like almost like it's a sitcom or something, like it's a pilot for
Yeah.
like an ABC show, you
That was
know?
exactly what I was thinking too. Yeah, like an ABC show or an NBC.
Yeah, it's something like that. Like, oh, watch this woman, juggle being the governor and having this wacky life. Like, oh my
Mhm.
God, look at that. And she's trying to do all these things, and it just kind of comes off as, really kind of silly. And the tones also really kind of clash here because you got
Mhm.
kind of this wacky nature of it, this super comedic nature, and then also there's this stuff that happens that is really serious, that's pretty dramatic,
Mhm.
that isn't treated with any type of good weight to it. Like Woody Harrelson in the movie, like I said, he's the dad, and the mother in the movie is Rebecca Hall, which kind of threw me for a loop at first
Yeah.
because, like, when they first pop up, and Rebecca Hall's only in this movie for like a scene or two.
Yeah, a scene or two of that.
And then that's basically it. And because at first I thought she was like the older, like daughter or something, and then it's like, oh no, they're married. I was like, oh okay. And but that kind of threw me. But like you see that he kind of, did all these kind of bad things and everything, and like the way that Woody Harrelson is playing it is just so kinda like he's just this like a guy like on a sitcom that's the bad guy, but
Oh.
you're still supposed to like him, so he's supposed to be affable and all these other things like that. It's like, "No, dude, you're kind of a piece of shit." Like, and you're trying to get back into her life there.
Yeah.
And then Jamie Lee Curtis is in this, as well. I think maybe out of everybody other than maybe Emma McKay there, I think she's decent, but a lot of what she does is so, like, I don't know. I mean, it's really not that exciting and not that really
Yeah.
great there. Um, she's the person that, I guess is like the angry interpreter for, Ella there
Mhm.
who, tells off these people in her life, particularly her dad there and everything. So I thought, yeah, there really isn't much there. Um, then the stuff with like you got some good actors that come in just for, like I said, a little bit, like
Yeah.
people like Iowa Debris, who's only in one scene of this movie as well. That's completely wasted.
Yeah, like,
With
why
that.
even here?
Yeah. And then there's the stuff with her husband, that there's like this flip that her husband does in the movie that comes out of nowhere. It turns into like almost like a Disney movie or something
Mhm.
where he's trying to like gain control and do all this. Like he's like, okay, now that you're gonna be the governor, oh my God, what does that mean for me? And I could have all this power. And it's like it's just all of a sudden it's like a switch just gets flipped. And it's like, what the fuck? Like
Mhm.
what happened with this? So that gets very weird and kind of comes out of nowhere. Um, I mean, what do you think about a lot of the supporting cast in this movie?
Um, I could take them or leave them, honestly. They just feel like they're in for a scene or out for a scene or only a few scenes. At the very core of this movie, it's about her just struggling with all these different events and trying to feel like she is good enough to be governor and is angry at a lot of things, but needs to keep her cool. But then constantly keeps going back to Jamie Lee Curtis as her basically grandma aunt and
Yeah.
just sitting down and talking about it. And I felt like I was watching Catch and Release, one of those
Mm.
those kind of movies where I'm just like, all right, man, I'm just watching people talk and I'm just watching like, oh man, isn't it a hard struggle? I'm like, yeah, you're lieutenant governor.
Uh, and even the way they kind of play that out, and they say like, well, you're very unpopular and you don't know how to really like you're good at maybe the logistic stuffs of politician, like maybe advocating for bills and things like
Mhm.
that, but you're not very good at the whole politicking, talking to people, getting people to like you aspect of
Yeah,
things.
it's like
But
the whole thing though. That's like the whole
yeah.
thing of politics.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. But so I was yeah, it's like this movie, it's close to being 2 hours, like hour and 55. Feels way longer than what
It
it is.
does.
Feels like 2 hours and a half. Like I was like, "Oh boy." I was
I
checking
was
my
checking my
watch.
watch.
Yeah, like, "Oh, when is this going to end?" Because it was just like it's kind of painful to kind of sit through. I was like, "Okay, when are we going to wrap this up?" But yeah, I mean, it just feels like things that are it's like, okay, they say in the movie like, "Oh, she's incredibly unlikable and uh, people like don't really vibe with her." I guess cuz she's a too much of a good doer, goody two shoes, and maybe that's why and the voters don't like her. But but why though necessarily? I don't really I
Mhm.
mean, as lieutenant governor, I mean, your face isn't out there as much as the governor's face. So why would you be that unlikable? Um, so I didn't really get that aspect of things too much. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's stuck in this old sensibility of time, and maybe in a modern setting. I don't know. Maybe if you saw this movie in 1994 or 1998, maybe it'd work a lot better. What do you think?
Maybe, but even then, I'd still think this was kind of a subpar script.
Mm,
So even
not
among
really
his
funny.
better stuff, I just don't think this would stand that well. It'd be like a forgotten movie.
Mm, yeah.
It'd be like trivia time. What movie did he make this? He's like, oh yeah, Ella McKay. Okay.
And this is his first movies in 15 years. The
Oh man,
last movie he did was How Do You Know? There was that movie. I didn't see that movie.
I,
Yeah, you was like, I don't even know what the fuck that movie is.
sorry, I don't know.
I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, like, how did I know? How am I supposed to know that was a movie?
Oh my god. Oh, I
uh,
just looked up. Yeah, yeah, he did Spanglish. That's right.
yeah,
He did do Spanglish. That also gave me vibes of this. That I could now that I know that he made Spanglish, that definitely fits here. I wasn't a big fan of Spanglish. There were moments in Spanglish that I thought were good, but overall that movie was had a similar vibe, unfortunately.
yeah. And I don't know. I saw Spanglish when I was really young. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that movie in years. I kind of like Spanglish
There,
there.
there's a it's better. I would say between the two of these, Spanglish is better than this, but even Spanglish was like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. Um, and there's a scene where, like talking about the older sensibilities of the movie, like there's a
Yeah.
scene where she gets high And, like, that's such, like that felt like such a prerequisite, like, in comedies from, like, the '90s and 2000s and
Yeah,
even early 2010s, like, "Okay, we have a comedy movie, we gotta have a sequence where the character gets high because that's so funny," like, accidentally takes psychedelics or something like that because it's just so funny, and I was like,
yeah,
it's really not that great of say. I mean, if you wanted her to have a reason more to stay with her brother at his apartment, then I think you can come up with a better reason than that,
yeah.
if that was the whole purpose of that scene. And then the stuff with the brother, like you could tell like he has this, I don't know, maybe he has all these things wrong with him. Not necessarily wrong with him, but you could tell like he's maybe a kind of a shut in and he has trouble maybe forming relationships because of what happened with his parents and
Yeah,
everything.
how did he get his girlfriend, though? How did he get Ayo Edebiri as his girlfriend?
I
Like,
don't know.
yeah, she's like, "Ex-girlfriend, yeah, sure," and she's like, visits him and just talks to him a bit. I'm like, "You guys are still in talking terms?"
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know.
Like,
Maybe
what
she was impressed by his intelligence. I mean, I mean, he's MIT graduate and big mathematician
sure, and you couldn't
guy.
have worked through whatever crap you worked through to get through this? I just
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of this feels like a lot of older sensibilities in the movie, but it's also some of the worst parts of the older movies. Stuff
Mm,
that isn't timeless. Stuff that feels dated. Like when I go
mm,
back and I watch old films, there are old films that stand the test of time, that it doesn't matter how when they were made, they were good. And then there are movies like this where I watch and go, "Yeah, this feels like an era in film that didn't last that long because it was tiring and it wasn't that great." There's a reason why no one makes a New Year's Eve or a Valentine's Day or one of those movies like that anymore because they
mm,
weren't very good.
yeah. Like, let's bring everybody together. Let's do
Yeah.
these. Yeah. I can't remember what was the last one they did of that. I guess they just ran out of holidays. It's like shit, we
Yeah.
ain't got no
I mean, yeah,
holidays.
there was no I'm surprised they didn't do like an Arbor Day or I don't know, St. Patrick's Day or
Yeah.
I don't know, Flag Day,
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. Yeah. Oh no, get Nicholas Sparks in there and you make it all sad and stuff.
Yeah, you do one. He did one about like a Dear John. That was like a
Yeah, Dear
the
John
he did
with,
do one like
Channing
that.
Tatum.
So yeah. But yeah, I mean it's just kind of forgettable of a movie.
Yeah.
I won't be going back to this again. And then out of I haven't seen a lot of James L. Brooks movies there. But
He's a better
yeah.
TV guy, honestly.
Better TV guy. Yeah. Man, this is like I said, I don't know. Maybe this would be better if it was an ABC pilot. Like I said,
I'm
maybe
gonna
if
be
it
honest,
was
probably not.
you wouldn't watch
No, I wouldn't watch
the
this.
pilot of this, The Wacky Life of Ella McCay, man.
No.
Uh, like I don't know, like something like because I've seen people compare this a little bit like Ally McBeal, like you had a lot of that, like with
Oh, yeah.
something similar there.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ally McBeal, though, was better written.
yeah. So the writing's not very sharp, the characters aren't very interesting, the story I feel is like, okay, what is this really building to? Where is this really going here?
Yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, okay, that's it. All right. So yeah, I would kind of just give this I give it like a skip it 2 now. What about you?
Yeah, this is skip it. I don't feel any malice towards it, but I was unfortunately bored through a lot of it.
Hmm. Yeah. If it had it's a more punchy script and everything like that, like something to really, snappy. I think you could work with Emma McKay. I think she's got the ability to be like kind of adorable and work really well if you give her something like that. But yeah, there's just a lot of things that kind of come in. This scene wasn't even in the was this scene in the movie? I can't remember.
I barely remember.
I think it was. Okay. I think it was. But yeah, yeah, yeah. So 2 skippets for Ella McKay there. So we got. All right. It was kind of I don't know, little I mean it's kind of happy and a little sad to see like Marge in it because you do have the voice
Oh,
actress of her in it.
yeah.
And it's like, damn, she that old, huh? Like,
Yeah,
oh
she
man.
that old and her voice is even worse.
Yeah.
Look, man, she's been doing that thing. She's been doing Marge for like 30 plus years at this point. That show should have been done a long time ago.
Julie Carver.
Yeah. I mean, she always had a very hoarse and hoarse voice, but and she had to like really emphasize on it to get it like more cartoonish. But as time has gone on, it's getting more and more hoarse, and I don't think she has to try as much because she just sounds like she sounds her age.
Yeah. And she's the narrator of the movie too. And really, why does this movie have a narrator? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't,
I was like, what's that? Does it really need a narrator, really? But I was like, okay. But yeah, so she opens up the movie, yeah, as the narrator. But yeah. And it's funny when I googled her name, something comes up says Simpsons actor dies. Beloved. So they talking about somebody else. Beatrice Picard dies at 96. I
oh
was like,
god.
okay. I was like, oh man.
That show will keep going until one of the main Simpsons members dies.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Disney just had that open AI. They're now all about that. So maybe they go like, well, fuck, we just can recreate you with AI. We can just
Oh
voice.
god, it's already been zombie Simpsons for like 20 something years. Just let it die. It was of its generation. Let it die. You had you had 8 really great seasons and like 5 pretty darn good seasons, and then that's it. You're
And there's
done. After like season 14, 15, you could basically stop.
well, there's that sequel coming out, the movie.
I know there's a sequel to it. I don't care. There's nothing they can do with like they're done. Unless that movie wraps up The Simpsons and ends it like they planned or ends it, I don't care.
Oh, you don't want to see more Simpsons, man?
Man, I've seen all the Simpsons I need to. It was great. It was a time and a place, and it was headed by 3 people, and that's why it worked. And as soon as they started leaving around season 8 and 9, the quality started going down.
Mm.
It's just inevitable. It went on for too long. It was a rebellious series, and then it became an established series.
Mm. Hey, man, you don't get Simpsons until you die, man. Until forever, man.
Until forever.
Forever and ever, man. You're gonna get the Simpsons. I wonder what will end first, the Simpsons or One Piece? What will end first?
One Piece.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, Japan doesn't like AI taking the voice actors' work.
I mean, the riots that will happen if they did that. If one of the main actors go like, well, we got this AI stuff we invested
Exactly.
in. Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll all come down to that's the difference. Japan right now has more respect for their voice actors because their voice actors aren't antagonizing and screwing up and being activists.
Didn't
Mhm.
oh, what was I thinking about? That actress who voiced Goku, I think she get paid for the rest of her life, right? Because she's
Yes.
like yeah, she's like
I
a
mean, she's been
respected.
voicing Goku for like 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, a long time. Yeah, so good on her though, man. Good on her.
Yeah.
Iconic voice there. A lot of people love her.
Yeah, the reason why Ash Ketchum, the reason why Ash or Satoshi got retired is because the voice actress retired.
Mm, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All
Although
right.
he
Oh,
may not have retired if they actually let him win the Johto. If they actually let him win instead of waiting to the Hawaii series, like they were setting up he was going to finally win and actually let him win. Their fans are still mad about that, by the way. They're still pissed off.
oh, that's good. Keep them pissed off, man. It's
It's
always
good.
good.
Keeps them honest.
Yeah, keeps them wanting more. All right. We're gonna do this Hamnet, and we're
Mhm.
gonna do that. All right. Good old Hamnet. Are you a Shakespeare guy?
I've read many of his plays, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen Shakespeare in the Park?
In the park, no.
Okay, but at the theater, you see?
Yes.
Okay. Recited some Shakespeare to anybody?
In person,
Yes.
maybe once or twice.
Oh, okay. You know it by heart?
Some lines. It's been a while. Don't put me on the spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, quote Romeo and Juliet right now.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
King Lear right now. I want you to quote it. All right. Let's get into this. So our second review of the day is going to be for the film Hamnet. Hamnet is a movie directed by Chloe Zhao. People might know Chloe Zhao there. She big awards darling there. She did that movie Nomad Land there. That was the movie with Frances McDormand there. People also know she stepped into the big blockbuster scene in the Marvel
The
movie
Eternals.
Eternals there. People say, "What the fuck is that?" People saw that movie.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, apparently not. Uh, but yes, she did that. But she's back again doing the artsy stuff there. She was like, "Okay, I got the big paycheck from that. I can go back to doing my good artsy stuff there." And she's doing that with Hamnet. What is Hamnet about? Well, this is a movie here starring Paul Mescal. There, Paul Mescal. Ooh, you're basically seeing him everywhere. He's the new it guy right now. He was in Gladiator 2. He was also he's going to be Paul McCartney in the upcoming Beatles movie as well. There, so you're starting to see him pop up in a lot of different places there. Then you have Jesse Buckley in this. It movie starts off as they're this like young couple. They from these different families there. Paul Mescal who plays Will there. Um, he's a tutor for one of the kids. They're part of Jesse Buckley's family, and they end up kind of romancing each other, falling in love, having children together. And then Will there, he gets stifled by the life in the country, goes off to London to begin life as a playwright, writer. And then you see the birth of what comes from Hamlet there. What inspired that? What was the motivation behind that? So it's all kind of leading up to that moment of what is the catalyst event of that. So yes. Dusk, what are your thoughts? Hamnet.
Uh, this is based on the book written by Maggie O'Farrell. It's written about 2 years ago, so it's actually surprising. I'm sorry, in 2020. So it was about 5 year turnaround. That's actually pretty quick, all things considered. It's a fictional retelling, basically a fictional account of the grief of both William and his wife at the loss of their child Hamnet, and which inspired his play of Hamlet. Uh, and that's mostly what you're getting from it. You're getting basically the love and affection that he had for his son and his daughter, and the passing of their child, and basically parents' grief. Whether this is accurate to how they actually felt, basically that's just an interpretation of it, while also trying to interweave it into the actual production of the play of Hamlet.
Mm. Um, this movie's been much talked about. It's
Oh, I'm
getting a
sure
lot.
it's going to get Academy Award. It's getting nominations, I'm sure.
Oh yes, I mean definitely. I've heard a lot of praise coming into this about the performances of both actors, lead actors Paul Mescal and Jesse
Mhm.
Buckley, specifically Jesse Buckley in this. And when you have movies about men who are the tortured artists and everything like that, I mean, it's always like, well, what about the women? Like the women
Mhm.
feel kind of like afterthoughts in it and their place in lives, but really mostly it is Jesse Buckley's movie as Agnes there. It is really mostly her movie, and she kind of you see most of her through it out it.
Mhm.
And at a certain point, because you see that, like I said, he's off to London most of the time, and he's kind of doing his thing. So yeah, I've heard a lot of, great word about that coming into this. Um, I will say that leading up to things and to see when the event happens and when everything kind of finally comes to an end, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it felt like a lot getting there. Um, I think this is a kind of very dull movie. I don't want to just say boring. I know dull and boring. I mean, those are kind of, I always think those are little lazy criticisms, but yeah, I just was not that into this all
Mhm.
this much. I wasn't really motivated to really invested in this story all that much. I wasn't really that much invested in the romance. Um, and when he finally is able to put on this thing, I mean, okay, it makes me go like, okay, I want to see Shakespeare in the Park. It makes me think I should see more local theater.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, oh, like I'm really loving this right now. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of share it where I think the production value for most of this is pretty good. I think it's mostly solid. You can definitely tell that uh, a lot of the color has been stripped from this movie. It very much is very desaturated, which is what they're going for, a more melancholy, more kind of stripped bare tone.
Mm,
This movie is very much a dry, serious movie, which is very much, I guess, Chloe's strength. The director's strength, I should say. No, sorry, not Chloe. No, it is Chloe, yeah.
yeah, Chloe Zhao.
That Chloe's out. But it also means it to be, unfortunately, very dry. I think there's a lot of good technique here, but it is, I do appreciate the seriousness which he takes the subject, but I also think it leaves it, unfortunately, fairly dry. And unfortunately, I wouldn't say boring, but it feels a drag.
Mm. It does feel like it drags there, and on a technical level, I can appreciate it. I think,
Yeah.
it's different from what we just talked about with Ella McCay, where I felt like really wasn't on a technical level, really wasn't that much to be impressed by. So you have a bad story on top of, kind of not all that impressing visually of a movie. This is impressing visually as a movie. I think
Mm,
there's some shots here that are really great, especially the scenes where they're in the forest. There's some scenes with Jessie Buckley, like you saw in the trailer, where she's just like laying down, curled up in kind of like the fetal position. That's a really great shot. And there's like this kind of rumor about her character that she's like the daughter of a witch and everything like that. And she has a very not very traditionally religious. She believes more in the earth and kind of like that kind of aspect of things. And so I like a lot of the shots in that. That's really gorgeous looking. I like the score in it. I think the score is really great in this. I think the music is really amazing.
mhm.
I even think the performances by Paul Mescal, Jesse Buckley, are they my favorite performances of the year? No, they're not my favorite performances of the year, but I do think they do well. I do think when the scenes when they're it's more impressive to me when they're kind of in the quieter moments and kind
Mhm.
of together or frolicking or maybe even more of the serious kind of back and forth that they have rather than these big emotional
Yeah.
crying moments like that to me isn't really all that good. It's more of the quieter stuff that I'm more like there. What's your kind of opinion on that?
Yeah, no, I very much feel that as well. The big sweeping moments aren't as interesting as the small, more intimate moments that Agnes and him share, and the him and his children. And I don't, I just a lot of it feels Oscar bait. I don't like to use that term, but it this is the
Mm,
definition of Oscar bait. Super emotional, very meant to get you pull on your heartstrings, to be very melodramatic, very serious, evoke heavy emotions, and right from the tone to the way that the color is taken from everything and it's desaturated to hell and back to the
mm,
visuals. And I often just found myself kind of being more interested in I'm interested the aspect of him losing a child and them losing a child as parents, and then kind of going into that dark place and trying to create something from it is interesting. I just wish it wasn't so goddamn melodramatic about it, and I could just see that actually roll out naturally.
yeah.
Because when it does, when it actually sits the heck down and and shows the writing process and him trying to make a way, and Agnes feeling as if basically he's abandoning their family, when it's like, "No, I need to, like, I wanna make something out of it," and then by the end, she finally understands.
Mm,
That's probably more of the better parts of it, but the movie takes sweet ass time to get to that point.
mm, yeah. Yeah, I kind of, yeah, like I said, I feel the same way with that. But like I said, there's still things to appreciate about
Yeah.
it, and I think that obviously, the movie's getting high praise all around. So
Mhm.
I guess we're the minority here on that about the movie. Like you said, it's definitely going to be nominated for a bunch of awards
Oh, yeah.
there. I can see your point about maybe Oscar bait. This is a movie that you'll be on tons of critics lists and go like, this is the best movie of the year, and I kind of be like, really? Okay. I don't know. I think I saw some other stuff better. My voice get all high. I don't know. I saw some stuff better.
It's like,
But
it's alright."
yeah, it's all right. But yeah, but yeah. So for me, I would just kind of give it a stream it for me.
Mm.
Um, what about you?
Yeah, this is a stream it.
Mm. Yeah. But hey, shout out to Chloe Zhao. She got back to her roots again.
Yeah, why not?
And she got back to what she would love doing there. And like I said, I mean, people loving it. Critic score, audience
Mm.
score, pretty high here for this movie. Let me show you there. Yeah, so it has a 92% audience score, and an 87% fresh meter there. So
Mhm.
we're kind of loving it there. So yeah, that was our thoughts. Hamnet. Um, yeah. Do you have a favorite Shakespeare play, anything like that?
Uh, I really like The Tempest,
The Tempest. Okay.
where they're
Very good
stuck
there.
on the island, and he's it's more magical as fairies and a wizard and a fairy. And it's kind of a romance.
Mm, okay. You think William Shakespeare probably the most recognized author probably in history?
Probably yes.
Yeah. William Shakespeare there. The mandatory for every English class in the world, you have to read William Shakespeare there. All right. I like how they dropped because they don't say William Shakespeare in this movie till like almost the very end of it. And they drop it like a Marvel stinger, and they're like William Shakespeare. I'm here to see William Shakespeare. That's almost like the dun dun should have popped
Dun
on the
dun.
screen.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah. Um, yeah. All right. But you got a review. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, man. I can't wait to hear them. Um,
Okay.
hold on, let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah, take your time, man.
All right. So, Dust, he's got a
Mhm.
solo review for us here. I did not get a chance to see this movie. I'm not avoiding this movie. I am gonna check it out. I am gonna see
Mm.
it. So, I'm gonna
Hold your
enjoy.
horses, everybody.
Yeah. So I'm gonna enjoy it with Dusk. There maybe later on and give my thoughts on it.
Mm.
But Dusk, what are your thoughts, man? Five Night at Freddy's.
Did you see the first one?
Yes.
Okay. So the first one was fairly simple. Uh, it's about Mike and his sister, and he's traumatized from what he saw as a young man, and it involved the animatronics and William Afton. And at the very end, he was in the spring trap, and then uh, I'm sorry, William Afton gets killed, and you think it's all over. And he met Vanessa, who revealed herself to be the daughter of William Afton, and had been hiding, trying to keep people from going inside that place to feed her father's addiction. This takes place a couple of years later. Mike and his sister are still recovering. He's trying to figure things out. He still talks to Vanessa. Vanessa struggles with like trauma because of her father's ex, and Abby, after the events of the previous movie, is obsessed with the animatronics and wants Mike to repair them for some reason.
Okay.
And she wants to fix them because she believes they're still her friends. Uh, well, Mike decides to doesn't really want to do so, but he says, "Oh, I will." But Abby tries to visit the pizzeria and get him to, in order to help her out. He's like, "I'll give you this little talking toy, and so you basically can be all right." It then goes on to avoid paranormal people trying to investigate Fazbear, new sister location that was introduced, and the origins of William Afton in 1982 to go and see William Afton before it all started with a woman named Charlotte who saw his murder and was murdered instead of a child, and instead fell into the arms of an animatronic called the Marionette. And now the Marionette is set loose and tries to reinvigorate the animatronics and seek revenge, like William Afton and uh, all different people and various motivations that don't make any sense.
Mm, okay. I think I'm following you.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot. Okay.
Yes, this movie's very ambitious. It's far more ambitious than the previous one.
Okay. I remember seeing a little bit of the first one. You also said you played the video games, didn't you?
I have played them, yeah.
Okay. And so does this connect to like a specific story in the video game or no?
Oh, at this point, so the games had a set lore for a while, and then he started making books that both explored the lore and basically changed it and did its own thing in the books. And then he's doing this movie, and it's basically the same thing. This basically takes spark notes of what the lore is in the games and the books and does its own thing. Just picking what it wants to introduce here. Like
Mm,
Vanessa as a character that didn't show up until basically until security into basically Five Nights at Freddy's security, whatever it's called,
mm.
the one
Who
you
are the
walk around in.
so the newer people in this movie, I see there's
Yeah.
some newer people.
Mhm.
McKenna Grace she's the new person in here. She's one of the new people, right?
Yeah.
Uh, you also get a Scream reunion. You get Skeet Ulrich, who's in this as well. Who's in this movie? Do him and Matthew Lillard share a scene together or no? Or just
They do
spoilers?
not, although he
Okay.
doesn't even get initially credited. Skeet Ulrich doesn't even get credited as the name initially.
Mm,
But everyone knows his role. They know he's besides just being called Henry.
mm.
Well, he's the father of Charlotte, the girl who was initially murdered and became the marionette. Basically possesses the marionette. And basically Henry in the lore and in this movie was the business partner of William Afton. He was the one who made all the animatronics. William Afton didn't make them, but he adjusted them and changed them. It was Henry who made basically all the animatronics.
Okay.
And
Um,
he wasn't down with William Afton's stuff.
Matthew Lillard, is he entertaining? Is he fun?
I mean, he's Matthew Lillard. He keeps the same haminess that he did in the previous movie.
Okay.
He's only in there for like less than a couple minutes.
Oh, he doesn't have a bigger role in this
No,
one?
no.
Oh,
Okay, so unfortunately, a lot of people show up for like 5 seconds. For like five
okay.
seconds, like Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, they're barely in the movie. Skeet Ulrich is like maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh,
Go ahead. Yeah, no.
uh, is there anything better about this movie? The kills, are
I will
they
say this:
improved?
the animatronics are better. I would say
Okay.
they clearly have a bigger budget for this one. It clearly showed. I really like the animatronic designs. All the originals show up. You got Foxy, you got Fazbear, you got Chica, you got Bonnie. You even got the basically a bodied version without any animatronics. Is basically the skin ones. And I did appreciate that there were some call outs for some FNAF people who love FNAF, like the voice of Toy Bonnie, who's from the sister location, was Matt Pat, a famous YouTuber who did a lot of. He's basically known for making a lot of game theories and film theories and other stuff. He made a whole brand on it until he retired to be a dad with his wife, and they still do stuff behind the scenes though. Both of them do. But he voices one of the characters in there, and I'm like, oh, that's nice for fans that know that he's had such a big involvement. Um, Surprisingly, Megan Fox voices Toy Chica. I was like, oh, okay,
Mhm.
sure, because
I mean,
Toy Chica talks to Abby on the toy that Mike gives her. Also, it's going to get really confusing because Mike from the first one, Mike Schmidt, played by Josh Hutcherson, talks to Michael, and so you have Mike and Michael, and Michael has a role to play. If anyone's played the games, they know he has a bigger role to play, and the movie leaves on a very much a cliffhanger with definitely an involvement that they're probably going to try and adapt the third game somehow. Because there's little moments like in the trailer you see where the faceless one tries to scan Mike's face, and he puts on a basically a mask of a Fazbear mask to avoid detection. That's straight from the second game's mechanics.
mm,
Uh, this movie was made for fans, for better or for worse.
okay. I
And
mean, are fans loving it? I mean,
I mean, when I went, there were a lot of people in it that were having fun and were the little lore or
dressed
Easter
up?
eggs they pointed out. They were pointing out all of it. Every time an animatronic showed up, there was like, yeah, it's like, oh, that's Foxy or whatever. People are
Wow.
having a lot of fun. And then the
Okay.
people who get killed, like, and the people who get killed in it, you're like, the moment you meet them, oh, you dead. Oh, you're dead. You're fodder for the animatronics. Um, Go ahead.
I see. Yeah, so it has an 87% to audience score here.
Yeah.
So it looks like a lot of people did. Seems like really enjoyed it for the most part. There, did people dress up too? Did they dress up to see it?
I didn't see dress ups, but I did see people wearing some like Five Nights shirts.
Mm, okay. You had your shirt on.
Nah,
Do you have a Five Nights at Freddy's
no, I
shirt?
don't.
Well, let's get you one, man. That's a Christmas
Oh
idea.
god.
Everybody send the Dusk shirts, Five Nights at Freddy's shirts.
Oh no.
At his address. I'll put your address in the bio.
Oh god.
So people can send you the merch there. Okay. Very nice there. So there are some improvements over the second one. So can you say that this one is better than the first one?
Uh, you know what? Uh, as a story, I actually think the first one is better. It has less plot holes, less issues, and I know the lore, so I know how stupidly over detailed and ridiculous it's become. And that's a couple of games back. I haven't played the most recent stuff, but I know most of the games up to that point in the various lore because of Matt Pat and theory crafting and just seeing just because they're entertaining videos. And even then, even I was like, oh yeah, this is just all over the place. This is whatever they needed it to be in order to be here. It's good. Anyone who doesn't know the games are going to be confused as shit. They're like, what the heck is happening? This is a mess. So I have no doubt when the critics are panning it right now, probably it's like a 20 or 30% on Rotten Tomato. And I'm like, yeah, that absolutely feels it. Movie was made for fans. The animatronics are the highlight. That's what most people wanted from the first one, anyways. Was like, I want to see more of the animatronics. Well, you got your wish,
Mm.
and there's plenty more animatronics in this. Takes a bit of time to get to it, but once it starts, they leave the location. They wander around. They start trying to kill people and being around. And you not only go into the original Fazbear location, but they go to the sister location.
Mm.
And yeah, people get killed, and they're still trying to keep it. Just trying to keep it relatively. I think this is still PG-13.
Check for you. Let me see.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't feel like a grotesque amount of deaths, but people do die.
Yes, it is Beach 13.
Yeah, yeah. That's basically what it kind of keeps it, and that's honestly how it's gonna get through. The marionette shows up for a lot of this. There's a big plot with the marionette who's possessed by Charlotte, who's the daughter of Henry, and Vanessa and Mike's relationship going back and forth, and the issues from the past, and Vanessa still doesn't tell him stuff, and Abby's still trying to mess with those animatronics, and it's just a lot of their character motivations or what they say doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like it just doesn't make sense, but it happens anyways.
Hmm.
Just for this to kind of happen, and it ends on a big cliffhanger. Like I said,
Oh,
it's
gonna get a
definitely.
third one?
Oh yeah, we gonna get a third one. There's no doubt in my mind. This does as well as I think it'll probably do.
Well, looks like it's
It'll.
doing pretty decent.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's made. So far it's made. Let me see what the box office on
Like
this is.
135 million so far
Yeah, so it's pretty decent. Pretty decent for a movie
for a
like this.
35 million to 50 million dollar budget movie. If it keeps at this rate, it just came out. If it keeps up that rate, yeah, we'll get a third one.
Yeah, get ready, man.
Yeah. Um.
Get ready.
Oh god. Um. I guess I'll just wrap it up real quickly. Is it a good movie? I wouldn't say so. No, it's not very good. Story wise, character wise, motivations. These are very paper thin characters. Not very. And they said they brought someone in to punch up the script for two. I can't imagine what the script was before someone tried to punch this up.
Yeah.
Um,
The guy was like, "Man, take my name off this shit. I don't want to be
yeah,
associated with him."
I don't. Yeah, but you know what? But you can definitely tell there's more money in this. Uh, there's a little more money in this because they knew this is as a big audience and it's going to get its people. Um, A lot of fans, though, were absolutely, loving it, but if we're talking dollars to donuts and what this is gonna be, I can't give this more than a stream it.
Mm,
This
stream
is
it.
a this is a stream it. It's not really worth it to go to the theaters to see this unless you're a mega fan. If you're a mega fan, you're gonna see this day one no matter what I say. For
Mm,
everyone else, keep your ass home.
okay, it's better than I thought you. I thought you maybe give it something lower, maybe skip it or burn it.
You know, I kind of it's not a good movie. Like, it's not. And it's like the lowest streaming I could possibly give it, but I can respect a movie that knows its audience. It knows what it is. This is like the video game equivalent of a Medea movie.
Mm,
It
oh,
he know Tyler Perry knows his audience. Are they good movies? Hell no. But does he know his audience? Yes, and they show up in droves. And there's a kind of respect you almost have to have for you know your audience that well.
mm,
And
okay,
so for that
well,
reason alone, I give it a low rental.
okay. So if
Yeah,
you're a
low
fan
stream.
of this, you'll probably like it. If not, if you're not a fan, then it's probably a
This
waste.
ain't gonna win you over. You didn't like the first one, you're not gonna like this.
Okay. All right. So a low stream it from
Mhm.
Dusk for Five Night at Freddy's 2. Get ready for Five Nights at Freddy's 3. There.
If this does the money I think it is, get ready for it.
Uh, all right. Thank you so much, Dusk.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for saying this. All right, that is it. We'll be heading out of here. Thank you so much, Dusk,
Yeah,
again.
no, thank you.
We'll be rating somebody who's on right now. Let's see here. Go ahead, Meanie Portable. She's on right now. Wrestling content creator. They're doing the John Cena tribute over at SmackDown. John Cena,
Oh, okay.
he's retiring, man. Did you know that? It's a big event, man.
I didn't even think he had retired.
Yeah, this is his big farewell tour, man. He's retiring from wrestling. He's never gonna wrestle again after this.
All
Uh,
right. Well, he's got his movie career. He'll be fine.
movie career, television show career, China career. He's got everything, man.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and rate her. I haven't rated her in a long time. We'll be back. Let's see. No stream Saturday, no stream Sunday, but I'll be with Sage rated Infant Maturity. He's going to be helping me do a review for Jujutsu Kaisen Execution, going over the Game Awards, the winners, losers, all the big announcements from that. He's also been giving his review of the Assassin's Creed DLC, the Attack on Titan one. He's going to give me his thoughts
Oh
on that.
God, I've seen
Uh,
that nightmare.
yeah, so he's going to give it a good rant on that. Then Wednesday, I'm going to be with Neil. He's going to be joining me. We're going to be doing a review for possibly It's a Wonderful Life. Do a review for that. And possibly Kill Bill. Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2. And also that little added extra footage there as well with that added on top of that. And then also, hopefully, Dusk. Hopefully, you'll be back, man. Hopefully, you'll join me next Friday. Avatar, Fire and Ass, as you like to call it.
Fire and ass.
Hopefully, do a review for that. Do a review for Silent Night, Deadly Night. And yeah, and maybe The Housemaid as well. Have that ready.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna send you over to Meanie Portable there. And that is it, and everything like that. Hopefully, see you soon, man. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
possibly streaming maybe a little later, play some more Dispatch there.
Okay.
All right, everybody, out of
All
here.
right.
Stay tuned. Take care.
Stay
Bye.
tuned.
All right. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
man.